Of last class session. So in the last class, what we have discussed is we have basically gone through the concept called lookup relationship. This lookup relationship is helping me connect two different objects. All right. As a part of this exercise, what we have done is we have connected our demo object with account is what we have seen, and we have also seen what would happen to the parent account if I have deleted that parent account, and what would happen to the child is what we have seen, and we have also seen what if I have deleted the child and what are the changes that I can see in the parent is what we have seen. All right, so those are the changes that we have discussed. All right, and I've given you a steps how to basically build the lookup relationship. All right, so in today's class what we are going to see is we are going to see another relationship which is nothing but master detail relationship. All right, we'll understand what exactly the difference this master detail relationship brings us compared to the lookup relationship once we come to the end of this master detail discussion. All right. Alright, so as per the definition, master detail relationship is like a parent and child relationship, whereas the master represents a parent. Right, master detail itself basically talks about master and detail. So now we are discussing what exactly master represents. Master represents as a parent and a detail represents as a child. All right, now the next part basically talks about in which the master object controls some behavior of the detail object. So what it is saying is, so now we got to know what is the parent and what is the child in this relationship, right? Master is your parent and child is your detail. Now what exactly Salesforce is saying? Your master object controls some behavior of your detailed object. So parent controls certain behavior, some behavior of your child is what this line is saying. All right. So we'll understand what exactly the behavior and all. For time being, this is one important point that you need to remember. All right. Now, next important point that you need to remember in this master detail is, right, so what it is saying, like whenever a master object record is deleted, whenever a master detail object is deleted, then the detail object related to it also gets deleted. So it is not like the lookup relationship. If I delete my parent, the childs basically lost that information that they had on the field. All right. So if I delete a parent, the information on the child, which is holding that parent field value, also got removed. That is the only field that got removed, and the childs are still there in the system. But when it comes to the master detail relationship, if I delete my parent, all the childs will also removed from the system. All the childs that are there also will be removed if I delete my parent. All right. So I might be interchanging these words, but if I am referring to master or a parent, both words are same. And if I refer to child as a detail or detail as a child, both goes in hand. All right, so both the terms are interchangeable. All right, so that is the main difference between your lookup and master detail. In your lookup relationship, if I delete my parent, only the field value on your child will be removed. But when it comes to the master detail relationship, if you delete your parent, your child relationship, your childs will also be deleted in the system. All right, now, so this is your master detail relationship. Now we'll quickly go to the Salesforce and see. How to basically build a master detail relationship. All right. So what I'll be doing is I'll be redoing the same process of converting the field that we have into a master detail relationship. If I delete the child, it doesn't affect the parent, but the number of childs that are connected to the parent would be reduced. All right. So if you delete a parent, the childs would be removed. If you delete the child, the number of childs that are connected to your parent would be reduced by 1. Right? If you are deleting one child. All right. Now, as a part of this exercise to demonstrate how to basically create a master detail relationship is, what I'll be doing is I'll be converting the same field that we have created last time to a master detail relationship. All right. So I have this field called account that we have created in our last class, which is basically a lookup to an account. Alright, this account field is basically a lookup to an account. What I'll be doing is I'll be changing this data type as a master detail relationship. Because of just by doing this one, you'll get to know how you can change a data type is what you'll get to know. And also I have to show you one important point. For that reason I'm picking this field. Alright, I'll be showing you one important point, and there is one lesson that we need to learn while converting this lookup to a master detail relationship. That is why I'm taking this existing field and I'll try to convert this field into a master detail relationship data type. Currently it is a lookup to an account. What I'll be doing is I'll convert this lookup relationship as a master detail relationship to account. Alright, now how to do that? Click on your account link, and click on edit. So you have this field, you have this button which says change field type. Click on this button. So what happens is Salesforce, understanding what data type that you are on, it basically shows you a list of data types that you can convert. So what Salesforce is doing is, upon clicking on the change data type, it would show you a list of the data types that you can convert to. Alright, so if I am on a, let's say, text data type, if you click on that change data type button, you will be getting a list of data types that it would be supporting. Alright, if you are on a lookup relationship, the only other relationship that Salesforce can convert into the lookup relationship is it's a master detail relationship. Alright, so if you are on a lookup relationship, you can convert it to a master detail relationship. If you are on a master detail relationship, you can convert it to a lookup relationship. Depending on what data type that you are on, Salesforce will be listing out all the possible data types that you can convert to. Alright, since I've already selected a lookup relationship, what Salesforce is suggesting is, currently you are using this field data type as lookup relationship, and it is giving me another option saying that these are all the options that you can convert to, and the only option that I have as per Salesforce is I can convert into a master detail relationship. Alright, so I'll be converting into a master detail relationship. My thought process is to convert a lookup relationship that has already been existing in the system into a master detail relationship. Alright, so there is some kind of a statements or a kind of an info that is given to us by Salesforce. If I go through that one, it will basically talk about the details that we have discussed. It is saying that create a special type of parent and child relationship between these objects, the child or the detail, and the other object, which is parent and master. Right? So what exactly it is doing, even though it is a master and detail relationship, it is basically binding two objects, or it basically kind of creating a relationship between two objects. One is your child and another one is your parent. Right? The next point it is saying is the relationship field is a required field on the detail records. It is saying that the relationship field that I have on the child is a mandatory field, is what it is saying. Alright, the relationship field that I have on the child is a required field. Alright, so that is the second important point that we need to remember. Alright, and we have briefly discussed about certain behavior or some behavior of your child is basically controlled by your parent. Alright, so these points add to that behavior. The ownership and the sharing of your detailed record are determined by your master record. Alright, this point we'll see in detail in our security concept. Right, but keep in mind that your ownership and the sharing of your detailed record would be determined by your master. That means anything related to ownership or the sharing rules of your child depends on your parent record. Alright. When a user deletes a master record, all the detailed records will also be deleted, is what the point that we have already discussed. And this last point, which says you can create a roll-up summary field on your master record to summarize the details, is what we'll see in a couple of minutes. Alright, using master detail relationship, you can create a kind of a data type which is nothing but a roll-up summary field. Alright, and last but not the least, it is basically talking about how you can basically pick a relationship field value. Right, we're saying that relationship field allows user to click on a lookup icon to select a value from the pop-up list, and the master detail object is the source of the value in that list. If you compare this definition, the current definition that I've read, with the definition that we have on the lookup relationship, these both are one and the same. It is basically talking about the lookup icon, and upon clicking on that, you will basically see a kind of a list where you can select a value which goes into that field. Right? That is how you will say that I'm connecting this child record with that parent record that comes in that list. All right. So this is already what we have seen. So now what I'm doing, from lookup, I have selected a master detail relationship as my data type. I'm converting my lookup relationship to a master detail relationship. All right. So I'm clicking on next here. All right. So what I have in the second step is basically talking about whether you want to change that name of your field, is what Salesforce is asking. I don't want to change my name. I'm happy with the name of my field as account. So I don't want to change it. In case if you want to change it to something, a meaningful name in your use case, you can go ahead and change this value. I don't want to change it. So I'm keeping the field name as is. All right. I'll click on next in the step 2. On step 3, where I have to basically define the field level security, it is making my field as visible to all the profiles in the system. And I'm not able to edit this column. The reason being, in the definition of master detail relationship, in the definition of in the screen where we have selected the data type as master detail, there was one point which talks about if you are creating a master detail relationship, the field on your child that is connecting these two objects is a mandatory field, is what we have learned. All right. So there is a kind of a point where it talks about the field that we are creating as a master detail relationship. That field has to be mandatory, is what it was saying. I'll quickly show you that point. All right. So on the master detail relationship, the relationship field is required on all the detail records. The relationship field is required on all the detail records. That means this field is a mandatory field or a required field. That is why on my step number 3, this column is set to true and no one can edit this column. This column is set to true and no one can edit this column. The reason being, this field is a mandatory field on your child. That is why you're not allowed to uncheck this checkbox. All right. I'll click on next step. These all steps we have already seen. Just that we are revisiting for one reason that I'll be showing once I click on save. All right. So this fourth point is basically talking about what is the name that you want to give to your related list. All right. So it is asking me what would be the name that you want to give to the related list that comes up on your account, is what it is asking. All right. If I go to any of the record, we have already seen this part, but I'll just show you where exactly this will go. If I scroll down, this is the related list that we have created. All right. So this name is basically set from our field creation, which is similar to this one. All right. So this name that I'm giving here is basically reflecting in this related list section name. All right. So if you want to change this name, this is the place where you can edit that. All right. So I've converted the process. I've basically followed the process of converting a lookup relationship to a master detail relationship in this 4-step process. All right. In this 4-step process, and all I need to do is click on save. All right. So upon clicking on save, I was getting this error. All right. I will just basically pause here for 1 minute. So I'll let you people read what exactly this error is talking about and help me understand how to basically fix this error. All right. So on the screen, there was a kind of an error which says cannot create a master detail relationship field. All right. So the time that we have invested is not fruitful. The reason being, Salesforce is saying that I cannot convert a master detail relationship, and it is basically showing me it is basically talking about the reason why it is not able to convert that. I want you people to spend some time or 1 minute of time to basically go through these points and help me understand what I need to do. All right. I'll just wait here for 1 so that you can ping me your response. Alright, so what we need to do to fix this issue is evident on the screen. If I read through these lines carefully, I'll get to know what I need to do. Alright, so what exactly it is saying is you cannot create a new master detail relationship on an existing object. You cannot create a master detail relationship on an existing object, which we already are, right? So this is an existing object on which I'm creating I'm converting a lookup relationship to a master detail relationship. So that means this point till this line is valid, right? So I'm creating a master detail relationship on an existing object. All right. So on what is the next point that it is saying? If the records already exist. All right. So if I go back to my object, I still have some existing records on this object. All right. So what exactly I'm doing? I'm trying to convert, or I'm trying to create a master detail relationship on an existing object which has data. All right, which has data. So this line is true. This first line is valid. Right. Now I got to know what I am doing. All right. So the issue is I have an existing object on which I have existing records. All right. That is fine. So what exactly it is saying next is you must first create a lookup relationship. What it is saying, you must create a lookup relationship is what it is saying. So I've already created a lookup relationship and I want to convert into a master detail relationship. All right. So this is also true. I've already created a lookup relationship. Still I'm getting this error. All right. So till this point, I have not got any clues apart from this. If the records already exist. All right. This is one clue that I got. And the second line basically talks about create a lookup relationship, which I've already done, and still I'm getting this error. All right. Now, if I read the last line, it says populate the lookup field with the data in all the records. What it is saying, if you have created a lookup relationship or if you have not created a lookup relationship, go ahead and create that, but populate the lookup fields with with data in all the records. I would repeat, populate the lookup field with data in all the records and then change the relationship type to master detail relationship. So the issue that we are facing is I have currently some records in the system. But what is the issue is if I open all the records, there are some records which doesn't have a lookup value. There are some records which doesn't have this field populated. So there are some records like this record which doesn't have this field populated. Why it is making me to populate this field is because once we convert this relationship to a master detail relationship, this field becomes mandatory field. This field, account field, becomes a mandatory field. So if the account field is mandatory and if there is no value in it, then system would throw error once I convert that field, right? So in order to stop that kind of a discrepancy, what it is saying is, first of all, you create a lookup relationship, then populate this lookup field with the data, with the some data, so that once all the records in the system have this field populated, then you can come and create a master detail relationship is what it is saying. All right. So the fix for this issue is get all your records and populate your account field, and then we can convert this relationship is what we have understood. All right. So what I'll be doing is I'll be finding a parent to my child records. All right. The issue is basically around it is making sure that all the records that I have in the system have this account field populated, so that once it converts to a master detail relationship, there would not be any detailed records without a parent. Right. So once the master detail has been created, once a master detail relationship has been created, there would not be any childs without a parent. Right. For that reason, it is making sure that I am making all the records filled out with one or the other parent. All right. It is making me fill out all the records, all the child records with some information. All right. I'll go ahead and save all the child records with some or the other parent so that we don't get any errors while converting this relationship. All right. So this is one key important point that you need to keep in mind once you are converting a lookup relationship to a master detail relationship. Alright, so I'll go ahead and update this value. Is it just that I need to update it to one record? The answer is no. You can update it to any of the record. I'm doing it so that it's just a dummy data that we have. That is why I'm updating it to the some or the other value. If it is a real-time scenario, you need to go to your business and ask them what is the parent for this child. If I have this 001 record, you need to go to your business and ask them what is the parent to this record. What is the parent to this record is what you need to ask them, and they will provide you with some information. They'll provide you with some information saying that once 001 record parent is, let's say, P1 or parent 1 or XYZ, and you will basically get the data and update it in the system. Alright. So now what I've done is I've basically updated all the records with some or the other information in the system. Alright. So now all the records that I have in the system under this object has a lookup field populated. Alright. So if I go through this point once again, I'll get to know whether I've solved that issue or not. So you cannot create a master detail relationship on an existing object if the records already exist. Okay. In my case, I have existing records. You must create a lookup relationship to populate the lookup field with the data in all the records, and then change the relationship to the master detail. Alright, this is the exercise that I've done, where I've basically opened all the records that are there in the system and updated the lookup field with some of the other data for all the records. Alright, so now what happens is this point is also valid. I've basically resolved this point. Now if I go back and do this process once again, this time I'll not be getting any error. Alright. So always keep in mind, if you are converting from lookup to a master detail relationship, make sure that your all the child records has some or the other parent. Alright. Now, so I'll do this process once again. Where I'm trying to convert a lookup to a master detail relationship, and this time we'll see if that error is coming up or not. And I'll click on this change field type, select this master detail relationship, and click on next, and I don't want to change any of the field name or the field label or a field name, so I'll click on next. On step 3, I already know that this field level security will not be edited. The reason being this field is a required field by the definition of Salesforce. That is why I'll not be able to edit any of these checkboxes here, so I'll click on next. And last but not the least, this is the name of the related list that comes up on your account. I'm happy with this name. I'll click on save. If the process that I've done so far, updating the values, is done properly, I'll not get any errors once I click on save. Alright. So if I click on save, if all the child records are updated with the parent, I'll not get any error. The system would save those changes, and if I revisit the custom field again, what it would say is the account, this field account has this API name as account__C was updated with the latest data type, which is nothing but your master detail. Earlier it was lookup, now it has converted into a master detail. To which object? To the account object. Alright. So now we have updated this process of where we are converting the lookup relationship to a master detail relationship. Now what we'll do is we'll understand what would happen if I delete a child, what would happen if I delete a parent is what we'll play around and see what would happen. Alright. So what I'll do is I'll basically close all the tabs to make sure that we have only the things that we are working on, so that we have extra space to look into the things that are needed. Alright. So I'll remove this one. Alright, so I have this child record and I'll go to the parent and see how many childs are associated to it. If I go to the account, for this account, how many childs that I have 4 childs. right? So what I'll do is I'll open all these childs in the consecutive tabs so that we understand what would happen to this childs. Just like how we did for our lookup relationship, what I'll do is I'll first basically delete a child and see what would happen. Alright, and then I'll proceed and see what would happen if I delete a parent. Alright, so this is the parent. Let's say I'll put it as account as my parent, and I have how many? Four items. Right, so one is 1 here, child 1, child 3, child 4. Alright, next to that, child 6. Alright, we have 4 childs to this account which has the name as D. Right, so for this D account, I have 4 childs with numbers 1, 3, 4 and 6. These are the numbers that I've noted here. Alright, so now what I'll do is, first thing is I'll delete this child and see what happens to this entire structure. I'll delete this record 1 and I'll see what would happen to the entire structure. Alright, so where exactly I have this child, I have opened them in 4 consecutive tabs, and this is where I have this child 1. Alright, so I'll proceed with this deletion and I'll see what would happen to this entire structure. Alright, feel free to use the chat window to basically express your thoughts. So feel free to guess what would happen if I delete this child. Alright, if I delete this one, system would ask me whether I'm sure I want to delete this record. I'll say okay. Alright, now what has happened is, out of the list of records, I don't have this one record. Because I've deleted that. Alright, so will there be any effect on your childs? If I refresh the screen, there would not be any effect on your childs. Alright, I'll quickly show you all the tabs that I have, all the child tabs. There is no effect on your child records. All the records are still there in the system. Alright, now, will there be any effect on your parent? Will the parent will be deleted or something? No, the answer is no. I still can see my account record with name D in the system, but what has happened is the number of child records that are connected to this account got reduced. Earlier it was 4, now it is just 3 with names 3, 4 and 6. Alright, now what I've understood is, if I delete my child, there would not be any effect on my parent, just the number of records that comes in my related list would be reduced, is what I got to know. Alright, so that is what we got to know. Now what I'll do is, I'll go ahead and delete the parent itself. Alright, Every time you don't have to delete your childs by opening them and clicking on this delete button. You can also do it from your related list. Just by clicking on this delete link. Alright, if I click on this one, it will basically delete this record number 4. Alright, feel free to try that out. I just need this records just to show you one point, what would happen if I delete the parent. Alright, so now currently I have 3 records attached to this account D. Alright, 3, 4, alright, 3, 4 and 6. Alright, now what I'll do is, I'll go ahead and delete the entire parent itself. Alright, this time what I'll do, I'll basically delete the parent itself. I just want to delete this record now. Alright, we'll see what would happen to the childs if I delete this parent. Right, I'll delete this parent. I'll say okay, I want to delete this record. Right, D record got deleted because that entire record got vanished. So D record got deleted. Now what I'll do is, I'll refresh the screen to see if there is any effect on my childs. Alright, if I refresh the screen, it is saying that record deleted. The record that you attempt to access has been deleted. The user who has deleted this record may be able to recover it from the recycle bin. Deleted data will be stored in the recycle bin for 15 days. It is what it is saying. Alright, so now what has happened, if I delete my parent, all the childs are also got deleted. Right, this is the page, this is the information that I have before deleting that account. If I refresh the screen, here also you will be seeing the same error message or same message which indicates that this record got deleted. Alright, the last record, I'll refresh this one. This also will say the same thing. right? Now, important thing that you need to remember is if I delete my parent in my master detail relationship, all the childs will also be deleted. All the childs will also be deleted, right? So that is one key difference between your lookup and a master detail relationship. If it is a lookup relationship, only the information on your child will be removed. Only the parent information on your child will be removed. But when it comes to the master detail relationship, all the child data will also be removed. All your child data will also be removed, right? So that is the advantage of your master detail relationship. If you ask me, is that a kind of an advantage or a disadvantage? It depends on your scenario, all right? So if I'm just deleting my parent, all my child information is also gone. Do you think that it's an advantage or a disadvantage? It is basically a kind of a scenario based question. I cannot answer that based on one scenario. All right. So if you people who are thinking that it's a disadvantage, I'll give you a scenario where you will basically understand the advantage of, or at least you understand the thought process of Salesforce, where it is allowing us to delete all the chains if I'm deleting a pair. All right. So one quick example that I can give you right now, which you can all relate is, so let's say if I'm trying to place an order for my dinner. All right. So what I'll do, I'll basically open any of the food delivery apps, right? Let's say I'm taking Zomato as an example. What I'll do, I'll go to Zomato, all right? In the first step, what I'll do is I'll basically select a restaurant, right? I'll basically first thing what I'll do is I'll basically select my location, right? I'll say this is the location where you need to deliver, right? You will select the delivery location. Second step, what you will do is you'll basically select the restaurant that you want. You'll basically select the restaurant you want, right? And post that, what you will do is once you select your restaurant, you'll basically place your order. Right? The order can be like this. You'll order for let's say one idli, let's say one plate of idli, and you might order 2 plates of puri, all right? And maybe if you want to basically order for let's say curd rice or something, you will basically order that, all right? So this becomes your order, right? So this information will go into your header. The reason being, this information is true for this entire order, all right? This information that we have where you need to deliver these items is true. So if you are ordering idli, puri and chapati from one restaurant, your delivery address and the restaurant address is same, right? So what they'll do is they'll basically create this as your parent. And these items that you are creating will be going as your childs. Child 1, child 2, child 3. Child 2, child 3. All right. Now, for some reason, if you place this order, everything is fine. There is no point of deleting. All right. For some reason, I have exited this order. I don't want to place this order. I'm not happy with the price, let's say. All right. So I'm not happy with the price. So what I'll do, I'll basically in Zomato app or any of the food ordering apps, I'll basically click on back. All right. Now what happens is the Zomato app basically shows me at the bottom of the screen saying that this is the order from where you want to, so this is the existing order that you have in your cart. Do you want to delete this order is what it will ask me. All right, there would be a cross symbol at the top, right? So it would ask me whether I want this order still in my cart or do I want to delete that. So what I'll do, I'll basically click on this delete. What you will see, you'll just see the restaurant name and the order. You'll just say that this is the restaurant this is the restaurant R from where you're ordering. Do you want to delete this order is what it will ask, something of that sort. All right, I don't recollect what exactly it will say, but this is what it says. All right. So if you click on this cross button, what would happen is first it would delete your parent. It is basically you are deleting the parent request that you have placed. That is saying that I want the order from this restaurant. What happens is as soon as you cancel this record or as soon as you click on that close button on this section, what happens is it initiates the cancellation on this, or it basically deletes the order that you have initially ordered for. That is nothing but your parent would be deleted. So if just the parent is been deleted, if you still have childs, what would happen? My intention is to basically cancel the entire order. So what I've told Zomato to basically cancel my entire order because I am not happy with that restaurant option. So that is where I've asked the Zomato to cancel it. If the Zomato just cancels this parent record, I would still have this childs, which I don't know from which restaurant I have these items added into my cart. Alright. So it basically creates a confusion. That is where this situation becomes this master detail becomes your advantage, where in which if you delete your parent, all the childs will also be deleted. My intention of telling Zomato to cancel my parent request or disabling or canceling that order from the particular restaurant is to basically tell the Zomato that I don't want anything from that hotel. Right? So that is where your master detail will come into play. Those are the situations where you can basically make use of your master detail relationship, where if you delete your parent, all your child orders will also be deleted. Right? All your child orders will also be deleted. Right? So this is one example. Another example that I can give you is if your technician is basically working on a work order, right? There is an issue that has been reported, and he or she has reached out to your house, and they has basically entered their labor saying that these are the number of hours that we have invested to reach out to this place. This is one record, and they have basically done the troubleshooting, right? And last but not the least, they have found out that the power is not coming to that particular slot, right? They have identified, the technician has identified that power is not basically coming to your house, wherein which you have plugged in your desktop, right? So that is why your desktop is not working. So will he basically charge you? He should not basically charge you, right? Depending on the ABC company policy for time being. I'm not sure how others would charge. So then what he'll do, he'll basically delete that entire work order, saying that this is not a right scenario. So upon deleting your work order, what happens is all your child information should also be deleted, or else it would be basically some labor lines that he has entered, saying that this labor amount time is basically what is being used from traveling from point A to point B. So that labor location or labor information was basically, or the travel or labor information that has been entered will not be connected to any of the parent. Alright. So that is why deleting your work order will also delete your childs also. Right? So it is all depends on whether it's an advantage or a disadvantage, depends on your scenario. Alright. So if you know what is the advantage scenario, that is where you will be using your master detail relationship. Alright. So same goes with your sales. If you are basically asking your sales rep for multiple quotations, and he or she basically loses that opportunity, the sales rep. So let's say you are the customer and if I am the sales rep, if I'm offering you multiple quotations and if you're not happy with that, I don't need to basically keep that information, right? If I have permanently lost you as a customer, there is no point of keeping that information. What I can do is I can delete that opportunity, and that is where all the quotes that I've shared with you also will be deleted. That opportunity of converting a customer is lost, so the information related to him will also be removed from the system if I delete the parent record. If they're connected by a master detail relationship, all the child information will also be removed from the system. Alright. So that is where in those scenarios, if you are deleting your parent and if you want your childs also be deleted, that is where you will use your master detail relationship. Another important point to basically decide whether to use your lookup or a master detail relationship is if you want your child to be always connected to your parent. I would repeat, if you want your child to be always connected to your parent, that is where you will use your master detail relationship. If there is any scenario where you don't want your child to be linked to your parent, if there is only 50 or let's say 5% of a chance where you don't want your child to be connected to your parent, that is where you'll go with your lookup relationship. If you are connecting to your parent is a mandatory, then you'll go with the master detail relationship. If connecting to the parent is not mandatory, that is where you will go with your lookup relationship. Alright. So in this case of this order, in this scenario of your parts order, connecting to your parent is important, because if you don't connect this child to your parent, the delivery guy will not be able to understand to which location that he needs to take this parcel. Alright, he'll not be able to understand what is the delivery location. Alright, if you just create the childs, if it doesn't have any parent, let's say if I have C1, C3 and C5, alright, so if I don't mention to which address this items needs to be delivered, no one will be able to deliver these items. Alright, so that is where having your parent and child is important. Your child needs to be connected to your parent irrespective of what order it is, right? Irrespective of what is the situation, it should always connect to your parent. Whether it might be one parcel that he is putting, or he is putting multiple items into one parcel, it should always connect it to your parent. Right? Same goes with your work order as well. Right? If your technician is entering some kind of a labor or a travel, saying that this is the time that I've invested to travel from one place to other, this is the amount of labor that I've put in to fix this issue, it has to connect to your parent. It has to connect to your parent. Alright. So if it is a scenario where the sales rep is providing the quotations, he or she needs to connect them to the opportunity, saying that to this opportunity I'm generating this quotations. Alright. So that is where it would make sense that this quotation is being shared to this person or this kind of an opportunity. All right. So that is where if your child needs to be always connected to your parent, go ahead with your master detail relationship. If there is any scenario that your client is addressing where there is a kind of a scenario where your child can stand alone, if there is any scenario where your child can stand alone, that means your child can exist without connecting to your parent. If your child can exist without connecting to any of your parent, that is where you'll go ahead and create it as a lookup relationship. This is one key point that you need to remember while deciding whether you need to go with a lookup relationship or a master detail relationship. Alright, having said that, I have a detailed comparison of the difference between a lookup relationship and a master detail relationship. Alright, we'll quickly go through those points to see what all items that we need to keep in mind. Alright, there are like so many points that I've asked you to keep in mind. This table consolidates all the items that we have discussed. Alright, now, so I have this table which says lookup versus master detail relationship. On my left I have lookup, and on my right I have this master detail relationship. Alright, the first point that we need to understand in lookup is the relationship can be defined between any two objects. There is no restriction on your lookup relationship. You can create any lookup relationship. You can create a lookup relationship between any two objects. Alright. When it comes to master detail relationship, there is a kind of a restrictions that are there. Right? There are some restrictions that we need to keep in mind. So what are those? You can basically create a relationship between any two custom objects. You can go ahead and create your master detail relationship between any two custom objects, and between custom object and a standard object. That is also fine. But the kind of the showstopper is the standard object must be a master. Your standard object must be a parent. When you're going ahead with a standard and a custom object master detail relationship, always remember that your parent should be your standard object. Your parent should be standard object, right? So that is one thing that you need to remember. All right. The second point basically talks about having a parent record is not mandatory. Right. So this is a key point which decides whether you want to go ahead with your lookup relationship or a master detail relationship. If there is any scenario where your child can stand independently without connecting to your parent, that is where you need to create it as a lookup. All right. If that is not the case, you can go ahead and create it as a master detail relationship where each and every child record each and every child record must have a parent record. Right? It should have a parent record connected to it. Right? There is no kind of a exemption that is given to the child if it is a master detail relationship. All right. Now, the third point is deleting a parent record removes the lookup field value in your lookup relationship. Coming to your master detail relationship, if you are deleting your parent, all your child records will also be deleted. That is your master detail for it. The lookup will have individual owners, right? The parent can have individual owner and child can have individual owner. But when it comes to the master detail relationship, both parent and child would have the owner from your parent. The ownership and the sharing rules are decided by your parent record. Right? So we'll understand this part in our security concept, which would basically come in next 2 days. All right. So this ownership part we'll discuss in our security model of Salesforce. Right. And there is no summary field that we can create in our lookup relationship, but you can create that in your master detail. What is this summary? Roll-up summary field is what we'll see in tomorrow's class. This is one point that you need to keep in mind. All right. This last 2 points, which are talking about the roll-up and the workflow rule and all, these are some advanced topics that we are going to see in next couple of classes. As of now, we have not discussed these points. All right. These are the points that we'll be seeing in next classes. All right. Now, are there any limitations for master detail relationship? If you ask me, are there any limitations that I need to keep in mind before implementing a master detail relationship? Is you can have only 2 master detail relationships in a given object. What are the maximum number of master detail relationships that you can create in an object? The answer is 2. Right? A detail record cannot be created without your master detail relationship, which we have already covered, but this is one of the important point. And just by decoding this statement, you'll also get to know that this point is also valid. You cannot create a child without populating your parent field value. Right? So you can remember this value, or you can basically think of the other point which says you cannot create your child without populating your master detail field value, right? Because it's a mandatory field, right? And the permissions on your detail record cannot be set. It inherits from the parent, right? So this point is basically nothing but another version of putting the statement as your master detail relationship, some of your child behavior, right? This is the point. The child basically is controlled by your parent object, right? This is another way of putting it. Right. So these points of what is this permission and how it has been controlled by your master or a parent will be covered in our security model. All right. So these are the points that you need to keep in mind while implementing the relationship concept. You need to understand when to use a lookup relationship and when to use a master detail relationship. The kind of important aspect is this point. Whether you have a scenario where you have a requirement where every child should have a parent, then master detail is your option. If there is any scenario where you don't have your child to be populated with a parent information, that is where you can go ahead with your lookup relationship. Right? So those are the 2 points that we need to keep in mind. All right. Now, a couple of points that we have already seen, just wanted to highlight them so that you can keep them in your mind. That is nothing but when converting a lookup to a master detail and vice versa, what are the key points that we need to keep in mind is lookup field should be filled if you are moving from a lookup to a master detail relationship. All the lookup field on your records should be filled out with your parent information when you are trying to convert a lookup to a master detail relationship. If you don't do that, that is where you will get an error saying that cannot convert or cannot create a master detail relationship. Right? That is the error that you will see. Right? So if you are moving from your lookup to a master detail relationship, make sure all your fields has your parent value populated. If you are moving from master detail to the lookup relationship, make sure that you don't have any roll-up summary fields on your parent. All right. So this concept of roll-up summary fields and this point we'll discuss in tomorrow's class. If you are trying to convert a master detail to a lookup relationship, make sure that your parent doesn't have any lookup field. Your parent doesn't have any roll-up summary fields created. Is what you need to check. If you have any roll-up summary fields on your parent, all right, you'll not be able to convert that particular field to a lookup relationship. You cannot basically convert that master detail relationship field to a lookup relationship. All right. So these are the things that you need to keep in mind when deciding your master detail relationship. All right. So to summarize what we have discussed, so what is a roll-up summary field? Like I was calling out earlier, we'll discuss that point in tomorrow's class. All right. So to summarize what all points that we have discussed today, we have discussed what is a master detail relationship and we have understood when to use a lookup relationship and when to use a master detail relationship. In the master detail relationship, there are like a couple of limitations that we have. Only two master detail relationship is what we can create, and post that, your child should have a parent value at all time when you are converting it to a master detail relationship. right? So those are the key points that you need to keep in mind, right? Having said that, this is all we have for today's class. I'll open up the session for Q&A. If you have any questions, do let me know. In case if you have anything, feel free to continue. All right. So the session is open for Q&A. If you have anything, let me know. If it is related to today's topic, I'll take it today. If not, I'll basically take it in tomorrow's class. Tail is nothing but your child. Right? I've pretty much looked at all the inputs or the questions that came in. As a part of our discussion today, I have answered all the questions. In case if you think that there is some kind of an open question that you have, feel free to ping that back. All right, just another time, yes. So user G, what you want me to summarize? Can you please summarize after creating a lookup and converting it to a master detail relationship? If you have followed today's class, that is what we have done. In case if you have missed out anything, do let me know. So if you can let me know what is that confusion, I'll be able to answer it. So if you are creating a lookup relationship and converting it to a master detail relationship, your lookup field or the records that you have created which has that lookup field should have a value when you are converting it to a master detail relationship. All right. Just by reading your question, that is what I have understood. In case if you have any question, please elaborate your question. All right. So the search side, it says no. It says no, we have no permissions to see this record. All right. Anything related to the permissions? All right. Hold on to this kind of a questions till our security model is completed. Then you can basically explore that concept on your own to understand why that permission or why you are not able to see that record. All right. So I've gone through all the questions that came in. So there are a couple of questions which I've answered as a part of our class. All right. If you think there is something that I've missed out, feel free to ping me. All right. In case if you don't have anything, feel free to drop off. So how to practice? Basically create everything with the same user. Create everything with the same user, and that is where you will be able to that is where you will not be able to get these errors. Create everything using the same system admin user. So in lookup, if you are not able to find that object, that means either you don't have enough objects in the system, or else you are trying to do something that is not allowed in Salesforce. Just check what is that thing that you are violating, right? Since we have discussed both the concepts, and let me know what is that scenario that you are doing, so that I'll be better able to help you with the information that you need. I'm saying lookup in a account field, a window you showed yesterday. From that we need to select another object. So from the window you will not be able to select anything. That is where you will basically use that value to populate that field. So the creation of your lookup should ideally happen while you are creating that field. Alright, feel free to check that out. In case if you are still facing that issue, then you need to revisit the concept of lookup, where you need to understand that the pop-up that comes up basically holds the list of accounts or list of record values. Alright, feel free to check that point and maybe try it once again. You should be able to do it. Alright, anything related to the permissions because of which you are not able to select that record, do one thing, basically create all the records using one user, and that is where you will be able to get that information. Alright, if you're still facing that issue related to the accessing the records, then you have to wait for our security model to be completed.